Hello, Yukon. You guys might have noticed this new fashion trend going around town right now. Everyone's starting to wear these face masks. So we're putting out this video to let you know what these are good for, how to use them safely, and give you some tips on how to make them yourself. Okay, so we're posting this on the Uconstruct feed, and we have a ton of creative people at Uconstruct who I know are going to want to take a closer look at this. So stick around until the end because we're going to get to that. But first we have a question to answer. Should we be wearing these masks at all? Well, the answer from the health officials used to be no, but more recently both the CDC and Canada's Public Health Agency has started recommending masks like this. So what changed? Well, we're all new to wearing masks up here in the Yukon, but let's talk about something else that Yukoners do understand. Snow tires. So everyone who's done any driving up here knows that snow tires are going to help you when the roads get slippery, but they're not magic. And if you don't respect the road and how dangerous it can be, you'll end up in a ditch whether you got snow tires or not. These masks are just like that. They're not magic. You're still going to have to wash your hands and avoid touching your face. You're still going to have to avoid making unnecessary trips and exercise social distancing. These masks aren't going to change any of that. Sorry. You might have also heard that these masks aren't really intended to keep you from getting sick. They're more meant to stop you from getting anybody else sick. So that can be a little confusing. Are we saying that if anybody was traveling in the last 14 days or has symptoms that they should wear one of these masks when they go out? Well, I want to be very clear about this. The answer is absolutely not. If you've been traveling or you have any flu-like symptoms, you shouldn't be going outside at all. These masks, they don't change any of that. You're probably asking yourself now, if these don't actually prevent me from getting sick and I'm not supposed to go outside anyway if I have any symptoms, what's the point? Why should anyone wear any of these? Well, the nasty thing about this virus is that as many as 25% of the people who are contagious don't actually have any symptoms yet. So you could have caught this at the grocery store and already be spreading it to other people and not even know. So if you wear one of these when you go out and you wear it properly, then you can reduce the chance that this virus is going to be able to spread in our community. It's kind of like coughing into your elbow, except better. Okay, so I mentioned if you're going to wear these, you need to wear them properly. What does that mean? So if you're going to wear these, the first thing you need to know is you actually need to commit to it. When you leave the house, put them on. And from this point on, you don't touch this mask again until you come back home. When you're out, you may feel like you want to pull it down to talk to other people or need to adjust it because it's uncomfortable. Don't do that. There's not really any way that you can adjust the mask without touching the outside of the mask where there could be virus and touching your face. So if you're doing that, you're just increasing the chance that you're going to get sick. So put the mask on when you leave the house. When you get home, wash your hands, take the mask off, throw it in your laundry, and then wash your hands again. All the evidence so far suggests that if you wash one of these in the laundry on a hot cycle with detergent, that's enough to kill the virus. Now, for those of you who still have to work away from home, first of all, thank you for keeping our community running. What you're doing is really important. You guys might actually want to have more than one of these masks. You should be changing them out every 4 hours or whenever they get damp. When that happens, just wash your hands, throw the dirty one in a Ziploc bag, wash your hands again and put on a clean mask. When you get home, you can empty the Ziploc bag into your washing machine. Okay, that's the important stuff. Let's actually take a closer look at this mask now. My mask is actually just made from an old t-shirt, but really any fabric that you can breathe through will work just fine. Lots of people are using quilting fabric right now. This mask is 2 layers thick, and that's important. That's the minimum as suggested by the CDC. You'll also see some designs out there for masks that have a pouch in the back that you can put something like a HEPA filter in. Don't worry too much about those. There's actually some evidence out there that adding a filter like that will make these less effective. So just using fabric is just fine. Here we also have an elastic band which just runs through these 2 slits down the sides, and then it's just tied in the back. And you can really use anything that you can tie together for this. You can even see on mine, I just sewed together some existing elastic that I had kicking around, but you can use elastic cords or Even just string or strips of fabric, those will all work fine. If you're making these for other people, you might want to be careful to read the label for your elastic to make sure it doesn't have any latex in it, because a lot of people have latex allergies. And there's one more piece that you can't see because it's sewn into the project. There's actually a piece of wire in the nose of the mask. And this you can bend and shape until it fits your face perfectly. And for this, you can really use any kind of wire that you can bend and shape. For this one, I actually just used a bobby pin, but lots of people are using either baling wire or clothes hangers. A bunch of people are also using paper clips. If you're using paper clips, just be a little bit careful because a lot of paper clips break really easily. And these are not easy to replace in most of the patterns that I've seen. You would have to tear a bunch of stitches in order to put it back in. The design I used for this mask is from Instructables, and I'll link to that in the description. But we're also thinking of putting together a video or a live stream to show you how to make these masks. So if that's interesting to you, leave a comment below to let us know. And if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We did a lot of research before we felt comfortable recommending one of these masks. So if you have any questions, we might have the answers for you. And if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. This is a hard time for all of us, but we'll all make it through this together. Stay safe, everyone.